Hello traders, welcome to another video. So in this video we are going to be doing weekend analysis, and we're going to show you what we are expecting for the upcoming week, right? So first of all, we're starting off with Euro New Zealand dollar, and the reason why we're starting with Euro New Zealand dollar is because we already have a pending setup on this pair, and we already have an expectation of the upcoming week. So also in this video, we're also going to be looking at gold and seeing what we'll be expecting for gold in the upcoming week, right? So first of all, when you zoom out on Euro New Zealand dollar, you can see basically this market is bullish. There's nothing to really dispute the fact that this market is bullish, right? Right from here, you can see after this high was created here, right, you have the retracement. This high, the market came back, took out liquidity under this low, then it came up just like that, it continued to the upside. So at this point in time, the market created a high here, then pulled back down here, went up. So it came back to liquidity here, and we had this long leg here. So this is where the leg initially, this is what happens here, right? And now the market has already taken our liquidity under this low. It has come down and it has tapped on our demand zone. So this is our demand zone here. So what we are looking for is for this market to continue to the upside to create the next break of structure. So there's one thing we are going to be looking at on the smaller time frame, which are change of characters, right? Once we see that, then we can look to buy this market and target this next break of structure. Obviously this will be a swing trade. This are around 1:10, but after refining we could have gotten a better entry of maybe around 1:20. So I'm going to be showing you all of this. I'm going to be showing you all that entry, and I will explain to you how I got the entry and how we can be looking to get another entry of this pair in this upcoming week. So first of all, you can see here, right, this is a break of structure after the market took out this inducement, right? Like we said, the first pullback is an inducement. The market needs to take it out, then goes ahead, and that is when we have our break of structure. So that continued. Here was an internal, there was an inducement here, but normally it's not on this time frame. So I indicated this on the 4 hours time frame because actually this structure was mapped out on the 4 hours time frame. The good thing is when you map out structure on the 4 hours time frame, sometimes it's almost similar to what you have on the daily time frame, right? So on apart from this inducement here, but still the market had an inducement here. It came, took it out, and the break of structure which we are following now actually had an inducement, and it also has an entry inducement. So the market has taken our liquidity under this low. Initially I was buying off last week. I wanted to buy off this zone. This was my other block on this trade, but this other block failed and we had no confirmation to actually buy off that other block. So it failed, and this is where the market has decided to give us confirmation to buy. So we are not complaining at the current zone. It's still valid. So this is our target here. Now let's drop down to the 4 hours time frame, right? On the 4 hours time frame, first of all, if you look at this here, right, when I said on the daily time frame my other block was somewhere around here on the daily time frame, right? This is where my other block was. I considered the fair value gap, but on the 4 hours time frame we could refine it down to this zone. But obviously the market did not react nicely to this zone. If you happen to extend this, right, so when the market came here, there was no change of characters, nothing. The market just shut up. Nevertheless, this other block is still valid, though it's not valid on this time frame, but it's valid on a bigger time frame. So if the market reacts from somewhere around here and gives us any sort of confirmation, right, we're still looking to buy. Obviously there are some key zones that stick out to us at this level, which is this zone here, right? This is the highest resistance we have here. Once this resistance is taken out, the market will likely push up to this zone. So first of all, if you look at this 4 hours time frame, right, you can see that basically the market mitigated this, pushed up, left this demand zone, mitigated it, then it pushed up. On Friday I gave an entry here, right? This was the entry I gave. Once the market pushed up, it came back to mitigate this one, right? It pushed up from here, came back to mitigate this one. That was the entry I gave. This entry delivered us more than 80 pips, 88 pips on Friday. I updated this entry in the Telegram group, right? For those that are not in the Telegram group, just quickly check on the description of this video. You see the link to the Telegram group, and make sure you join in, right? Because I cannot always update all of this here. So from here now, since we did analysis, it's not good to drop to a too smaller time frame, right? So let's take our entry from the 1 hour time frame, since we intend this trade to be a swing. Since we are intending this trade to be a swing trade, so on this time frame, right, you can first see we have what we have here is our change of character. This is where our change of characters is. The market dropped, the market created a lower high here. Let me just highlight that. When this market was dropping, right, it was still creating inducement. This was an inducement here. The market went ahead to take out this inducement, drop, and give us an internal break of structure. This internal break of structure is in the direction of this leg, right? We are taking this internal break of structure because of this leg. So after that, the market dropped again, gave this, and then dropped. So when the market took out this, it was supposed to continue to the downside, right? When the market took out this high here, it was supposed to continue to the downside, but it failed to continue and give us the next break of structure. Instead, the market went ahead, tried to break above, could not, then came back, then finally broke above here, giving us a change of characters. So this change of characters indicate that this internal structure has switched from being bearish here to being bullish. So what we're anticipating is for higher prices on this pair. And if you look at this, right, if you look at this entry that we got here, first of all, this zone here, right, you see that this market, let me just erase this. You see that this market came down here, and swept liquidity. After this move tapped into this zone, right, market pushed up, then it came back and swept the liquidity that was resting under this low. After sweeping the liquidity that is resting under this low, the market went ahead and it also created another block here, or the demand zone. So the market then retraced that into that demand zone and push up. So when it was retracing, I looked for another entry from this demand zone to push up. Now the reason why my stop loss sorry about that, I secured my stop loss below here because this zone was not really quite mitigated. It was not fully mitigated on a lower time frames, and I was thinking maybe this might be used as liquidity to tap into this zone. Basically just what basically happens here, right? So now this market is pushing down and there are possibilities, right? There are possibilities. Should we continue from here? Right, this is the next demand zone. If you are buying from here, it's good that you should cover these two zones. So you can wait for on a lower time frame. Let's see if we'll see a better entry on a lower time frame. Better still, on a lower time frame, you can refine this to this zone here, right, and wait for the market to take this out and tap into this zone so that you can buy from this zone. This will be a much better entry as compared to this one. So that's what we will look out for this pair. And let's go to, I promise I'm going to be showing you something on gold. Let's go to gold, right? Let's look for gold. Okay, this is gold. What do we have here on gold? You can see gold has been bullish. Gold has been bullish and gold is still bullish, right? So what are we looking for here? Let me see. Okay, so let's mark out our structure. So here on the 15 minutes time frame, this is where basically our break of structure is. This was where our last break of structure was, to the upside, and gold is still bullish, right? So we have our last pullback is somewhere around here, but we cannot mark that there, right? You will not really see it if I use that zone there. So basically we are going to use this zone which will be more visible to you. And from gold here, what you can see is we have multiple, we had this massive push here, and you see that gold dropped very fast. Gold dropped very fast here, maybe due to news or to an event, but gold dropped very fast here. So after dropping, we had our this is our order flow, right? This is our first order flow, which is our decisional order flow there. So after this move, if we happen to check, if we were to check here and see, you can see that this move pretty much was mitigated. This zone here has been mitigated, right? So this zone here doesn't seem mitigated. So we also have liquidity. We also have this liquidity here, right? I don't know if you can see that. We also have this liquidity here. So what I'll typically be looking for is for gold maybe to drop and mitigate a zone here. This is where I'll be comfortable buying gold, right? I'll be comfortable buying gold from this zone here. And you see on the bigger time frame. Yeah, that's why I'll be comfortable buying gold, right? So also if you look to our left here, you can see gold is reacting off a zone here, right? So I don't think that zone should hold for long. I don't think this zone should hold for long because it's not that big of a significant zone. So this is where we are looking to see if you can get an entry of gold. Then if you have an entry of this zone, what we'll be expecting is, okay, here we seem to have a mitigation, but on the lower time frame that mitigation doesn't really exist. So if you have an entry here, we can be targeting maybe a 1:, let me see, we need to target somewhere around here. That should be around 1:5 or even more, right? If you refine this zone, let me look at it again. 15 minutes time frame, on the 15 minutes time frame, 5 minutes. Gold normally takes precision entries a lot, so you can refine. Okay, here we don't really have any much here when it comes to this entry, but if the market happens to maybe hit on this zone, gives you a confirmation entry, then you can look for a buy, and maybe you can have a more precise entry at this zone. This is up to 1:10, so it all depends on you. So I think that's it for gold. Let's look for another pair and analyze. Let's go back to, let's see what EU has been doing. Okay, so this is a bigger time frame for EURUSD, and you can clearly see, right, it's bullish. It's bullish. There's nothing stopping it at the moment. Let me go to a bigger time frame like the 4 hours or the daily time frame. Okay, so basically you can see that there's nothing stopping EURUSD. It has broken above this zone here. It has broken above this daily break of structure here. So I don't think anything will be stopping this pair from expanding to the upside at the moment. So from here, what I can basically see from here is EURUSD has been pushing up. Yeah, this move here like this, right? So this market reached this point here, started retracing and creating all these internal structures, showing us that it was still pushing to the downside. But this market has already, this internal structure has already switched here, showing us a possibility that EURUSD might want to take out this high. It might be pushing back to take out this high up here. So what are we going to do in this case, right? On the smaller time frame, if we can map out the correct structure here to look for an entry and continue this buy to the upside, that should be a good move for the moment, right? Also at the moment here we have EURUSD reacting off an order flow. All right, this is the whole of this order flow. The order flow starts from where the imbalance starts. So basically on this time frame you can see that EURUSD has changed after it reacted off this order flow. It changed characters here. After changing characters, it has pretty much been bullish. It has been bullish, mitigated this zone. Mitigated this zone here, then push up, came back, mitigated the next here, right? So it has pushed up now. So our next line of sight should be this zone here. This should be our next line of sight. We should be looking for EURUSD to mitigate, and then we can see if we can get a good entry and we target this high as our TP1. Then we can target this high here as our primary TP, as our TP2, right? This high. That high should be our TP2. And if you look for a much refined entry, on this zone, okay, the zone is quite big, right? This zone is quite big. So yeah, this is a zone we'll be looking to take an entry from. If EURUSD comes back to this zone and gives us any confirmation, our TP1 will be a 2 is to, that will be 1 is to 2.5. 1 is to 2.5. Then TP2 should be the 1 is to 4.51. So basically what we do with this 1 is to 2.5 is, if this market comes back to this zone, gives us a confirmation, then you see that you can reduce and have at least a 1 is to 3. That will be preferable, because for me, I don't take trades that have below 1 is to 3. So yeah, that's it. This pair is exploding. I think the market has already opened. So this pair, this is GU is exploding to the upside. It's exploding to the upside. So I think GU will clean up all this liquidity here. Right, all this liquidity will be cleaned off here. The trendline traders, some of them will get wrecked out. That's just it. Okay, that's all for the video for today. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, right? And leave I'll be updating you within the week how these trades are going. Make sure you join the Telegram group, right? That's where all the updates will be coming from.